Hello, and welcome to the Metro MLS webinar reviewing address underneath the search menu. So in this webinar, we'll review what the address search is, what you'll use for, and how to use it. So let's begin. So to access address search, you click on menu, and then in your main menu tree here, underneath the search section, you want to click on address. All right. So this is the screen that you come to address search. It gives you a little brief explanation over here. Search for an exact address or range of house numbers. You can do that. And then there's other options here. So if you've got a single address that you want to search on, you can just pop it in here. So I'm just going to use 6818. Street direction, you can use that option or not. I tend not to use it when I'm using a street address that has the name of a street in it. If it's a street number like 118th Street, typically there's going to be a north and a south or whatever on that. So then I typically use the directionals more, but for the names I tend not to, but it doesn't hurt to pop it in there. Okay, but I'll put in the house number, that's 6818. Then I'm going to come down to this field for the street name and put in my street name here. I'm not going to add street or boulevard or avenue or anything. I simply want to type in the street name. When you're entering in an address here, less tends to be more. Now the street name, there's options that you have here. It's a begins with, that's the default, and I typically leave it on that. But your other options is contains. So if it's something that you can't remember the whole name, like maybe the street name is like 3 separate words, or it's 2 words but you're not sure if it's 3 separate words, you can just type the string in there that you know that's there. Maybe if it's Trail of Tears Drive, you can put in Tears and use contain and find the street name if you're unsure of what the exact street name is. Or there's also an ends with option. So you've got options here. So I'm doing 6818 for the house number and Clover Nook for the street name. If there was a unit number or additional address, such as if it was a 2-family, I could pop that in there also if I wanted to. You've got options for county and municipality. So this address could exist in another county, never know. So I'm just going to click my mouse in there and just type in the first few letters of the county that I want to search. When it comes up, I'm just going to select the box and then hit done. Okay, and then in a municipality, if you like to search the municipality, sometimes you're not sure about the municipality, and that's okay. You don't have to enter in that information. But if you do know it, you can pop that in there. Alright, so I'll type in Milwaukee and done. If you'd like to put in state, you can. It's not necessary. Or zip code, you can do that also. There's some other filters down here in Show More. So if there's a particular status that you wanted to select on that address, maybe this address has been in the system quite a few times, but you only want to see it in an active status or a sold status or expired, you can do that here by selecting status if you'd like to. The property type, it's going to search that address that I entered in, and it's searching all property types. That's why you see them all listed here. If you only want to narrow it down to a certain property type, you can just hit the little X's at the end here to get rid of the rest of the stuff if you want to. It doesn't hurt to keep it there though. There's also a field for status change date if you wanted to enter that information there. And then included listings. All listings is the entire MLS. Only your office's listings is only for your office, and then only your listings. If the address, you only wanted to see that address, but only in your listings, anything that you was your listings. All right, so I'm going to leave that as all listings, and then I'm going to hit search. So it brings up that address, and that address has been in the system quite a few times, so it brings it up all different way, every status that it was. So you can see all the list numbers here. All right. So that will conclude our webinar for address search in FlexMLS.